Hi, this is Ildi from Neurocentric Health and Fitness, and today I'd like to give you a couple of tips how to combat the results of spending a lot of time on the internet, on the computer, Zoom meetings, and staring at the screen constantly. We'll talk a little bit about breathing, eyes fatigue, and neck stiffness. So the very first structure is obviously the breath. Breathing is always very important, and right now is even more important to create a better, more efficient respiratory efficiency. So let's test how you feel now. What's your breathing look like? So both feet on the floor, sit nice and tall, lengthen the spine, close your eyes, maybe not, and take 3 breaths through your nose if you could. The reason I'm asking you to breathe through the nose, because whenever we breathe through the mouth, we increase sympathetic activity, meaning we increase the response of the activity of the nervous system that is already stressed out, the fight or flight system. And we need to bring the sympathetic and the parasympathetic, the flight or fight, and the homeostatic rest and digest nervous system into balance. So just check how your breathing feels, and then open your eyes. In order to be able to breathe through the nose, we need to have clear sinuses, clear airways. Some of us have stuffy nose, closed sinuses, maybe even deviated septum. So let's check that. Close your right nostril and try to take 3 breaths in and out through your left nostril. Notice how easy or how hard that was. Now close your left nostril and take 3 breaths through the right nostril. Close it properly. Notice the efficiency of that breath. Notice the sound or the effort. And now I'd like you to find the one that was harder to breathe in. We're gonna work on that side. For me, the right side was harder to breathe in. So I'm gonna close my left nostril. I'm gonna find the nasolabial fold, which is that line between your, where your face literally meets your mouth, the corner of the mouth. You're gonna put your index finger, the petty side of the index finger into that line while you close in the left nostril when you breathe in. You're gonna lift that muscle over the cheekbone and you give a little pressure to that, and you take in that muscle and stretch it all the way back to where your head meets your ear. You come in way through that bone, that long cheekbone, pulling the muscle back. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, keep the pressure on the muscle, not too much, not too little. You're gonna feel the muscle tissue, the tissues are moving, and you push the muscle back towards your ears. 1 more time. Feel that muscle stretching, feel the density of that muscle, pull it back, and then release. Do a little bit of movement through the facial muscles. And then now retest the side that was not good. And that's already feel much clearer and more open. So I would do the other side again, the good side, to open up the sinuses because we don't want them to close up. And then I would go back to the side that wasn't that open. So it would be side that is not working, starting, other side, and finishing up on the side that was not closing. So now that we are cleared for nose breathing, the sinuses and the airways are open, the second breathing exercise is, I've heard that different names, someone calls it, some people calls it a box breathing. It doesn't help me to call it that, but maybe if you just imagine a box in front of you. The technique is, we're gonna breathe in for 4, we're gonna hold the full breath in for 4, we're going to exhale for 4, nice and even, and we're going to hold the empty for 4. That 4, 4, 4, 4, we're gonna repeat that 3 times, and then after the last hold, the last empty hold, we're gonna try to take 3 regular breaths. Try not to gasp for the next coming inhale. So when you're ready, again, sit nice and tall, realign the spine, tuck in the chin, the back of the neck is long. Let's breathe in for 4. Hold that for 4. Exhale evenly for 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And hold the empty for 4. Start your next inhale for 4, nice and even. Hold the full for 4. Exhale evenly for 4. And hold the empty for 4. One more time. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Sorry, hold the whole full for 4. Now exhale for 4. And hold the empty for 4. And now just take 3 breaths at your own rhythm, at your own pace. Notice the depth of the breath. Notice the efficiency of the breath. Notice if you're feeling that you can breathe a little better. Maybe you don't need to take the breath in and out so quickly. So your respiratory rate probably calmed down a little bit. That means that you increased parasympathetic activity within the nervous system, and you are kind of decelerated that stress, that fight or flight nervous system. So that was for the breath. Now let's go to the eyes. Since this is our screen and the eyes are really getting tired just to keep focusing on, so we need to learn how to relax the eyes, and we're gonna do a little massage through the eyes. So I need you to find your eyeballs, just tap them gently, and also find the bone around the skull, the socket, the top of the socket where the eyes sit. Now tap the side just to know where it is, and tap the bottom because there is obviously a hole in there, the socket where the eyes sit. The first spot is we're going to close the eyes and place the fingers directly over the eyeballs into that soft spot under the ridge. Slowly and gently pull the fingers down, a tiny bit of pressure. Hold the fingers at the bottom of the eye socket and try to open your eyes against that pressure for about 3 or 4 seconds. And then release that and come back to the top ridge again. Slowly move the skin down. Feel a tiny bit of pressure. When you get to the bottom of the socket, try to open your eyes. About 3 or 4 seconds. Keep your eyes closed. Place the right finger onto the outside of the right socket and the inside of the left socket. Take your gaze to the right, so you're looking into your fingers, into the right. Now keep your eyelids closed softly. Move the skin over. You feel the eye muscles stretching. You might not, just be patient in there. The finger's gonna end up on the inside of the right and the outside of the left socket. Good. Hold that pressure for about 3 or 4 seconds. Then bring the eyes back to right outside, left inside. If your gaze went away from the right side, look to the right. Slowly pull the skin and stretch that muscle towards the left. The eyes still look to the right, even with your eyes closed. Good. Now let's start from the opposite side. So left finger on the outside socket, right finger on the inside socket. Take your gaze to the left, meaning look left. Hold the gaze to the left. While you move in your fingers gently across the eyelid, stretching that muscle, come all the way to the end, and then start again. Gently pull that skin when you get to the end. If your eyes went away from the left, pick your gaze back to the left. Hold that gentle tension at the end, and then release the hands. Open up and give me 10 big blinks, so you're resetting the eyes. So once your eyes are relaxed a little bit, we need to learn how to stabilize our gaze. And think about that there is a clock in front of you, like a clock face, pretty simple. You can just pretend that you have that on the wall right in front of you. And then you could have your thumb, or you could actually have a pencil, maybe not arm distance, maybe just about 12 inches away from your nose. Right in front of that, the clock face is at the back, and you're just gonna stare the tip of the pen or your thumb so much that the rest of the world will disappear. So anything would happen on the side, I would not see it because my eyes are focusing really on the tip of the pencil. The spine is long, the chin is tucked in. I would do that. I would not start maybe with 30 seconds, maybe start with 15 seconds. Notice how quickly your attention wants to span away. And then once you're done, just take the pencil or your thumb up to like a 12 o'clock. Now I'm going to turn so you can see it. Now make sure that you don't lift the head up. So your chin is still level to the floor. You just lifted your gaze up and you stare at the pen again. And you might feel a little bit of eye fatigue. I would not go into the position that my eyes are really tightening up, so not a lot of tagging. It might need that you need to bring it a little lower. It might need you take it a little further out or a little further in. Don't worry about the distance right now. And then blink a couple of times, take the pen to the right. Now as soon as the pen goes to the right, I'm going to turn my head to the right. We're going to restart. So my gaze, my nose, my chin is forward. Then the gaze will follow the pen. Make sure that you can see the tip of the pen from both eyes, even from the left eye, and you stare at that pen, the tip of the pencil or pen, with your eyes wide open. 10, 15 seconds, eventually, gradually work your way up to 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. Now bring that pen across, grab it with the other hand. Again, no head rotation, just the gaze. And then you probably feel a little bit of tagging around that right eye or maybe left eye, depending on which side is stronger and what eye muscles are working and not working that well. Again, a few seconds. And then I would go, without tucking the chin, I would just bring my gaze down to 6 o'clock and stare that. And that's probably one of the easiest one because we always do that looking down. So once you did all of those, close your eyes for a few seconds and then give me 5 big blanks. And then you could also go around that imaginary clock without moving your head. So I would look up to 12 o'clock, take my gaze to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And also you would go counterclockwise a couple of times. If your eye muscles are really getting tired and fatigued, make that clock face smaller and gradually increase the size of the clock face. So this was for the eyes, and now for the neck. How can we realign the neck? The neck muscles that hold the neck, they attach to the ribs, the top ribs, and also to the collarbone. And these muscles and this fascia could get really, really tight. So there is a very nice stretch that we can do to release the tension from the neck. You would find your collarbones, and you would also find the chest bone, that is your sternum. Place your left hand, where your sternum meets the collarbone into that Y. Press in with your hands and start pulling the skin down. If your skin is slippery, just grab a t-shirt or a blanket or a towel or something, Kleenex. So you could pull the skin down, place the other hand on the top of that and anchor that pull down skin gently. Now start taking the chin up towards the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the neck and through the front of the neck, and when you get to the top, you pull down on the skin again, the chin points up, you look up, over, almost looking into your head, and then start moving your lower jaw from side to side. Do that a few times and you will feel, if you go slow enough, operative word is slow, you will feel some stretch on one or both sides of the neck. And then when you come back, you really want to tuck the chin into your throat so the back of the neck can lengthen. The second part of this stretch, bring your left hand across the right collarbone, right across. Pull the skin down and push it under the collarbone. Other hand comes on the top and anchors. Lift the chin straight up and then turn your chin left and up. While the chin goes left and up, the skin pulls down right to the towards the right hip bone. And then from here you could also move your jaw from side to side for more stretch. Or you could just make funny facial muscle expressions to create stretch on the right side. Come on back, bring the chin back to the midline, tuck in the chin and fully lengthen the back of the neck. Tuck in the chin a little more than you would normally. And then let's do the other side. Find the left collarbone, place the right hand on the top, pull the skin in and down, anchor with the other hand, lift your chin up and take the chin up right. While the skin is pulling down and left, chin goes up and right, movement with the jaw, frowning, smiling. See what facial movement gives you the most amount of stretch. Come back through the midline, chin comes down into the throat, lengthen the back of the neck, and your neck should feel much more relaxed, longer. You might also felt a little bit of rush of blood into your brain, and that is because when we have the neck muscles are so tight and we open up the fascia through the front of the neck, there is actually an increase in circulation, which is always good to get some more circulation everywhere in the body, definitely the brain. So there is one more stretch, bear with me. We're gonna stretch out a couple of muscles on the side of the neck, and we're also gonna do a little bit of nerve flossing through one of the nerves that supplies the neck and the shoulders. So tuck your chin in, level the chin. We're stretching the right side of the neck. We're gonna tilt the head to the left. Make sure that there is no rotation, it's a side tilt. Left ear to the left or left shoulder. Now have your right arm hanging down by your side. Reach the chin forward if you were like a chicken. At the same time, pull the right shoulder back and down. Reach the fingertips towards the floor and feel your shoulder blade moving down towards your buttocks. Keep the chin tucked forward like that chicken, and then see if you can tilt the neck from the base of the neck so you're looking down into your left hip socket and nod. If the right shoulder popped up, keep reaching the right fingertips down so the shoulder could stay low and the length from the neck could stretch. Slowly come back, release both arms by the side, and the right side should feel longer. Let's stretch out the left side. First, tuck in the chin, level the chin to the floor. Tilt your head to the right ear to the right shoulder. Left hand is hanging by your side. Reach the chin forward, pretend you're a chicken. Now take the left shoulder back and down. You do want to feel that stretch right in the muscles, in the neck muscles. Now tuck your chin in, bend the neck from the base of the neck. If the shoulder popped up, just take it back down. You could nod with your chin into the chest, or if you'd like to do another movement, keep the chin turned down and move the shoulder up and down, and that will give you a stretch more towards the shoulder part of that muscle that we're stretching. And then slowly come back to the midline and lengthen. And now your neck should feel nice and ready. And I know it was about a 20-minute session in here, but once you learn these exercises, 2, 2, 2, 2 for the breath, 2 for the eyes, 2 for the neck, you can just put them into a little routine, and maybe every hour, every other hour, after you spend so much time on the computer, you would just sit back, grab a glass of water, do your exercises, and then go back to your computer. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can always find me on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Neurocentric Health. And you can also find my website, neurocentrichealth.boston. Let me know if you have any questions. You could direct message me. Hope these all help, and then I will talk to you soon. Thank you.